Francesca and welcome to my new kitchen. A lot of you know me already. I am the woman who sings, vlogs, cooks and does a lot of crazy stuff, including hula hoop. And I'm going to show you around my new kitchen because Colin and I have just moved. We now live near Oxford in England. And after that, because we are all in lockdown, the whole world has stopped because of the coronavirus, COVID-19, I'm going to cook something very simple that you can cook at home using whatever you have there. The Dutch call it maltijds soup, in English meal soup, in Portuguese sopa refeição, and it's perfect for a quick meal. But first I'm going to introduce you to my new domain, voila, from my French friends. There you go, lots of space, beautiful garden as you can see, which is very, very inspiring. I even have flowers on the kitchen tiles. In the winter you are reminded of spring. Here you have got a cake that I cooked yesterday. I was going to say baked, but it wasn't baked. It's a chocolate crunch ginger cake with coconut. Amazing. We haven't tried it yet, but I can tell you that it is amazing. And this kitchen is so very big. You can dance, but you can also hula hoop. And while I wait for my food to cook, I do hoop. Wait and you'll see. There you go. Of course I can't do a lot of tricks because if I did a lot of tricks I would break my kitchen. But I really hoop while I wait for my food to cook. Look. There you go. One can always be active. La la. And now?
Bravo!
Thank you. Now let's cook. I'm going to wash my hands, of course, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. As always, I am wearing my apron because I never cook without an apron. I don't want to make my clothes dirty. Washing my hands, especially for the young ones. Never cook without washing your hands. So, here are all our ingredients. We are going to make a soup that's a complete meal. It has a lot of vegetables. I wanted to use smoked pork sausage. That's used a lot in Eastern Europe, but of course this is lockdown time and there is a lot of stuff that you can't find anymore in the supermarket, and you just use what you have at home. Any vegetables, you can use potatoes. I'm going to use a little bit of soup pasta because we use soup pasta in Portugal. Sometimes it has little letters, the alphabet, or it can have all kinds of shapes. You can use rice, or you can use no pasta, no rice and no potatoes at all, just vegetables. Because I couldn't find the pork sausage, I'm going to use a bit of bacon, Going to use garlic as well because we eat a lot of garlic. It's antibacterial and it tastes good. I'm Portuguese after all, so we love garlic. Then this time we have red pepper, green pepper, mushrooms, what's this called in English?
Lettuce?
No, this is leeks.
Leeks!
You are Welsh, you should know this is leeks.
I didn't know you were pointing at the leeks.
Because the leeks are the symbol of Wales, together with the daffodils. Then we have cauliflower, we have broccoli. Now I have here some spring onions that I want to use up. Because of course you can't go to the we can't go to the supermarket because we belong to the older generation. And we have deliveries, but it is very difficult to get deliveries. So our vegetables are maybe not the freshest anymore, and it's very good to now throw it all in soup and at least they are then cooked. I have one onion because I like frying an onion when I make the soup. It makes it a lot tastier. So first we are going to fry the onion and the bacon. What do I do with the bacon? Because I'm not a chef, I'm just a woman who loves cooking and eating. I snip the bacon with scissors. I don't bother with a knife cutting it. And oh, we don't have any music today.
No. But we'll add some afterwards.
We'll add some, but I like it when I'm cooking, you know, I'm kind of dancing, and this is a very sad time. The world has stopped, but we need to transform it in an amazing time. Colin and I are not bored at all. We have a lot of stuff to do. We have organized our house because, as I said, we have just moved from Wales to England. And there was so much to do because we had to move our recording studio, of course. And I have a lot of clothes, you wouldn't believe it. I never have anything to wear, but I actually have a lot of clothes. Isn't that ridiculous? I'm going to fry the bacon with the onion. Not sure whether I'm going to use the whole onion because I have a lot of vegetables. And of course we are rationing our food as well, because we never know when we'll find another slot for deliveries. We have now been considered vulnerable people, which we are. But even then we can't find a slot to have food delivered, and it is always a worry because, yeah, even at the time of the coronavirus, people still need to eat. You can do with the onion whatever you want. You can cut in chunks, you can mince it, it does not matter. This is a soup where you can show your creativity. I learned to make it when I lived in Holland for 16 years, and I had small children running around, and so it was very practical to just make a huge pan of soup, and you can serve it with some fresh bread or toasted bread. Do you say toasted? Roasted, yeah. Toasted bread. My English is often not very good, and because I speak a lot of other languages and I've been reading a lot in Dutch, then I kind of mix all my languages up. But with some bread, with butter, you know, the melted butter. Oh, so good. Maybe I add a bit more. The times are very complicated, but don't let this get you down, because soon everything will be getting back to normal, and hopefully we'll all be in good health, and our families as well, our loved ones, our friends. I think this is probably enough. So I'll fry this because it gives a very nice flavor, a lot better than if you're just using boiled vegetables. A little bit of olive oil, as much as you want. There are no quantities in this recipe, you just do whatever takes your fancy. And you let it fry until the onions are a bit browned and bacon, and that gives such a wonderful flavor. Oh, believe me, I love great food. In Portugal, we do everything around the table. Everything. Business. Even when I was at school, I would do, how do you call it here, when you go through your school things to learn for an exam?
Oh, revision.
Revision, we call it studying, but
Yeah.
I would do my revision with the, well, the ovens was still under the cooker. I would put a chair, I'd sit there with my book, and I would have a cake in the oven. There you go. Then I'll take the cake to my bedroom. I would lie on my bed, usually on my stomach, with my notebooks and my books, the cake, and I will eat it all on my own. And I wasn't fat, and I didn't exercise much. So there you go. It's homemade food. Good for you. While this is here, frying away, I'm going to start preparing the vegetables. A little bit more olive oil. In Portuguese, I use olive oil for just about everything. Sometimes even in my bath, very good for the skin. You see, I'm 100 years old. And I only look 62, maybe. That's the olive oil. So, here we go again. We are going to prepare our vegetables now. Again, please use any type of vegetables you have, because right now a lot of us can't go to the shops often enough. And I am sure that you are left with vegetables in the fridge that need using, so just throw everything in. It really does not matter. It is quite a weird situation that from one day to the next we all were locked up at home, and for Colin and I was dreadful, because although Colin has lived around here, I never have. And I have actually not been anywhere other than short walks around our home. So I don't even quite know where I'm living, and we have been here for 3 weeks, I believe.
Almost 4 weeks, actually.
Almost 4 weeks?
Almost 1 month.
I don't even know. When I try to think, did I do this 3 days ago, 4 days ago? I have no idea. All days are exactly the same. Maybe better take this away, otherwise It's the peels in first plan. You can cut the carrots any way you want. You could even you know, put them through the food processor. I can't do a lot of things at once. I'm not very good multitasking. Then I start to forget what I was going to say. I meant to say grate them. You can grate them, in which case add them at the end and not in the beginning, otherwise they will be so cooked you won't have any flavor anymore. It has been a long time since we made a cookery video. There goes some mushrooms, which were getting a little bit overly, you know, overly mushy. Although I suppose mushrooms love the humidity, so, but they really needed using. See, a little bit getting old. So you just chuck everything in, bit of garlic. There we go. Garlic is not only very good for you, but it is also incredibly tasty. In Portugal, I think we hardly ever cook any dish where we don't use garlic. We should start using garlic in desserts, which we don't do yet, but I'm sure that one of these days some Portuguese crazy recipe writer will come up with some garlic recipes. I'm still getting used to my new kitchen, still losing everything with so many cupboards. I tend to forget where I put things. So the garlic I'm not going to wash. Just need to nip into my frying onions. Doing very well. It is good to fry the onions slowly because they then become nice and sweet and caramelized. I hope you are managing to have fun during the lockdown. How have you been spending a lockdown, Colin?
I've been very busy organising our studio, and we've had a couple of short walks, and I've even been out on the bicycle a few times. So it's been very busy. Certainly not getting bored, that's for sure.
No, and the weather has been very, very good, so that's great as well. The sad thing was that after a bad summer actually, then a bad winter, right when the weather got better, the lockdown started and we never had rain again. I think we had rain when we moved here before the lockdown. I'm going to add the garlic and the mushrooms to our frying onions and the bacon. The onions are frying with the bacon. I have now added the mushrooms and the garlic. And it all gets a much nicer flavor, kind of a meaty flavor. from frying. I'll leave them steaming for a little while. Now I'm going to prepare the peppers. But again, you can use any vegetables you have. And especially at a time like this when you queue for hours to go to the supermarket, you don't want to do that very often. If you're lucky enough, and we have been so far, you can get home deliveries. But I suppose a lot of people won't be able to. Actually, we never have anything delivered. We always go to the supermarket because I love supermarkets. I love looking around at what I want to buy. I make very extensive shopping lists according to the recipes that I'm going to try in that week. And we go to the supermarket and I take a very long time shopping, which is not very amusing for Sir Colin, but he survives.
Yep.
Because he eats
very well. Because somebody cooks fantastic meals.
Thank you, thank you. Well, they say that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, so
yep.
Why not? Cook away. One of these days I'm going to show you my collection of cookbooks, which is absolutely huge. Or should I say humongous? I like the word humongous. It's so funny. If you live your life in a foreign country, and I have lived in 6 countries, including my own, so always have a look whether the leeks are properly washed, because they kind of tend to keep a lot of dirty stuff inside, which is not good. So if you see that's still dirty, go and flush it again. Don't put all that dirt in your food. As you see, I'm not at all like a chef. This is all very home cooking. I'll probably not use all the leeks because I think it's a bit too much. Again, I'm going to look. You see, the leeks can have a lot of dirt. I will be anyway washing them a bit. Yeah, they are not. I'm just going to nip into the water and wash them. The good thing about having a big kitchen is that you do a lot of exercise. I have added the carrots as well. I used to think that I actually wanted a smallish kitchen so that I would move around and I would have everything around me. Now I think it's good to have a big kitchen, and that makes you walk more. Funny enough, when I was younger, I wanted to walk less, not walk more. Now that I'm older, I realize that soon I want to go to the beach and look my best. So I really now need the exercise. Okay, by the time we go to the beach I'll be nearly 63, but it doesn't mean that a 63-year-old woman is not vain. I'm just as vain as when I was 20 or even more. By the way, don't throw away all the other leaves, just the ones that are very, very tough. Use everything, especially now. Lockdown is going on and we can't do a lot of shopping. And anyway, wasting food is not a good thing. There go the leeks. And believe it or not, Welsh people like Colin, they are mad about leeks.
Oh yes.
Do you know any nice story about leeks?
Oh, there's all sorts of stories about leeks. One of which is that it's a long tradition at Welsh rugby matches in my hometown of Cardiff. When Wales are playing an international, the stadium is always packed, and a lot of the Welsh fans turn up at the stadium with huge leeks, usually made from cardboard or something, or made from cloth, not actual real leeks, because these leeks are often as tall as the actual fans. So you see all these leeks, and daffodils as well. A lot of them have daffodils, and some of them are even dressed as daffodils.
Yeah.
So lots of leeks and daffodils turn up at the matches.
Because daffodils are also a symbol of Wales.
Indeed.
And dragons are a symbol of Wales. Actually, almost everything is a symbol of Wales.
Well, only good things.
Okay. Well, Portugal has the cockerel of Barcelos,
Yeah.
which I'll show you there on the windowsill afterwards. It was given to me by my lovely cousin Conceição from Barcelos, of course, Barcelos. I even have another one, two here that she gave to me as well. And you can put in the paper napkins, they are very cute. Hi Conceição, olá! Beijinhos! Conceição is really, really lovely. And when we visit her and her family in Barcelos, I get more and more cockerels. And I love them. Because my mother was from Barcelos, she was born there. And so they remind me of her. And my grandfather as well. We don't have dragons. Well, we don't have dragons, but we have a cockerel, so...
Well, that's a good combination.
It's a good compromise.
Yeah.
Vegetables and more vegetables.
Yeah. And the cockerels are good for eating, and the dragons are good for keeping the English out of Wales. So it's a good combination.
No, we live in England.
I know we do.
Don't say that.
We have infiltrated the English.
Ooh. By the way, there is a very ancient law that says that the English are allowed to shoot the Welsh
What? No.
between the eyes. Oh yes, I know all the gore stories. The British are allowed to shoot the Welsh between the eyes, but yeah, there's always a but. Only on a Sunday. I think it had something to do with the churches being open, although churches are all closed now, so I hope nobody comes here at the door and says, where is Sir Colin? He's Welsh. No. So the churches have to be open. It's very strange laws in this country.
I've never heard of that, but I don't know where
Well,
that came from.
Do your research.
Probably came from the xenophobic guide to the Welsh.
Which is a lot of fun. And I gave it to you as a Christmas present.
Yes.
I can advise you to read the xenophobic guide to the Welsh. There is also to the Germans, there is one, a guide to the French. Luckily there is none to the Portuguese.
Yes,
so.
that's very strange.
Yeah, because I was probably behind the publishing house.
Could be.
And I said, no. The Portuguese have no funny stories, have nothing to hide. The Welsh do all the nice stories about the Welsh and sheep Welshmen actually prefer sheep to women.
That's just a rumour which originates from outside Wales.
Portugal. Maybe.
Mind you, one might ask why it is I'm married to a Portuguese lady and not a Welsh lady, but that's another story.
Oh well, maybe there were no Welsh ladies around, or maybe they were all taken, or I don't know. Or maybe you just fell in love, or something like that, maybe. So, as you see, your 5 a day, this is your 25 a day. By the way, I don't really care about the 5 a day, you know. All my life, I have eaten what I like, lots of it, not fat, well, a little bit more than years ago, but still okay.
Still beautiful, actually, and very shapely.
Thank you. Actually, when you cook, this is for the ladies or the guys with long hair, you should cut your hair and not have all the hair falling in your food. But if you know me, you know that I am a bit vain, fortunately or unfortunately, so I have just washed my hair and I really didn't feel like tying it back, but you should. Ah, there goes our cauliflower. One cauliflower down. The cauliflower is running away. So, I don't know, maybe people should not become vegetarians because look, the cauliflower is kind of running away. Then I'll use a bit of broccoli. I think 1 leek I'll leave, and at the end I'll add the very meager, I like that it worked, the very meager spring onions, but at this time we can't afford to throw anything away. This is lockdown. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Da 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 da. No, we are cooking. We are not giving a concert. Are not let's go, but they could be.
They are now.
They are now. This is one of our last cherished stock cubes. They are finishing and we can't get more, so life is getting tough. I even have some fish ones which I might add as well. Who cares? Because stock cubes make the food taste better. Just don't go for stock cubes with monosodium glutamate, because that's not good for you. There you go. Tell me whether this is not colorful and healthy, minus the pesticides, of course, because nowadays everybody talks so much about the benefits of vegetables and they always gloss over all the pesticides and preservatives, and so we have so many vegetables that I'm actually not going to add the broccoli anymore. I mean, enough is enough. Look, this is a lot of vegetables. And with a soup like this, if you have a little dessert or some fruit at the end of your meal, you are ready to go. for us this will last us for 2 or 3 months. Well, no, because Sir Colin is very tall, so he needs a lot of food.
Ah, yes.
This is going to cook. I'm going to add a bit of salt because I've added the two stock cubes, but there is a lot of water and a lot of vegetables. And I'm going to add something else that seems to give a meaty flavor, which is mushroom ketchup. I bought it a while ago for a recipe. I buy a lot of stuff for recipes, use a little bit, and then I leave them standing in the cupboard. And now I've learned, it's quite nice. I've learned that if you add it, well, there you go. You add it to stews and soups, it gives a meaty flavor. And this soup has got mushrooms as well. So this is going to cook for maybe 20 minutes. Basically, you'll see that it is cooked when all the vegetables are tender. Then we'll add the little pasta bits and our soup will be ready. The soup has now been cooking away for I think half an hour, so that's enough. I'm going to add the spring onions because we want them a little bit crunchy, and the pasta. All spring onions are running away as well, so the pasta, just add a bit, like everything in this recipe, you just guess. A bit of pasta, or rice or potatoes is nice so that you are not only eating the vegetables and a little bit of bacon. And actually I do like the pork, the smoked pork sausage, if you can find it, which is what the Dutch use in their dried pea soup, which I love. But this is locked down, and of course there are a lot of ingredients that are just not available right now because this is an emergency. I'm going to taste the soup. You should always taste what you cook before you serve it to others. A little bit more salt, which can be quite a bit because there is a lot of soup. And as you see, it is just a delicious dish. It does taste delicious.
So is this called lockdown soup?
Yes, this is lockdown meal soup because it's a complete meal in a pan. As you can see, it serves maybe 6 people. If you toast some bread, let butter melt on it, providing you have butter, which I hope you do. I think toilet paper is the biggest problem right now. Toilet paper and smoked pork sausage as well. What are the other things we are not able to get? We have tinned tomatoes now.
Yeah. Stock cubes was difficult.
Stock cubes were very difficult.
Chicken was difficult.
Chicken. Oh, I hear something. Kidney beans were very difficult to get. So,
It's just like wartime, apparently.
yeah, well, the thing is we can't see the enemy, so it is quite scary. And we hope you are all in good health and your loved ones are in good health, because it's quite scary. I mean, they bring shopping, Colin puts the gloves on and he handles everything, then he washes his hands 20 times, he screams at me not to touch anything. It is a different way of life.
Yep.
That's true. But we have got to get through it, and we do our exercise. I do my hooping outside, I lie in the sun. I almost broke this finger yesterday, trying to do some tricks with my heavy hoop, which I shouldn't have tried because they are for the light ones. I was a bit overly confident, and it's not a good idea to break a finger right now, because you go into the hospital and
you might not come out.
You might not come out due to the coronavirus. So
indeed.
we all need to be very resilient and in a way follow the rules, because we know that if we are not in contact with anyone that does not live with us, we probably can't get it, providing the shopping does not bring it, and that when we go for a walk we don't touch anything others might have touched. So it is sad, but we need to keep spirits up, keep smiling. I'm just waiting for the pasta to cook a bit, and then I'll film Sir Colin tasting it, because our fans do complain when Sir Colin does not appear on the video. And somebody has already said, I don't see him washing the dishes afterwards. For your information, Colin is the washing machine man. Well, don't film the inside of the washing machine.
Just the front.
He's the one who operates the washing machine, and
yes.
when there are things that need washing by hand, he does it as well. So.
Yes.
By the way, we have been eating the cake. So, in case you thought there was nobody here to eat
The delicious
cake.
ginger cake.
He didn't like it, and I didn't like it either. It was too gingery actually, so I won't be making it again, but never mind. So, let's try a bit of our soup. Ginger cake and soup. I'm not sure about that one. I'd still advise you to eat the soup with bread, toasted or not. A chunk of countryside rye bread with amazing butter. Oh, I see Colin's face. His eyes are rolling already. So, there you go.
Wow.
Oh, I could have done something. I could have added a bit of turmeric as well, because turmeric is also antiviral, bacterial, or something like that. And it would make the soup nice and yellow. This is my... Oh, it smells nice. This is my spice and herb drawer. So I found turmeric, I found thyme. Oh, it smells like a curry house. I'm going to add a little bit also to yours, because it's antibacterial and viral and all the good things we need right now. Oh, it's finished. And a little bit for Colin. So, there you go. Do you want to try a bit?
So here we go with this very special lockdown soup. Mmm, beautiful. It's really tasty. Quite hot too, but it's really tasty. Mmm, fantastic. I can thoroughly recommend it.
I paid him to say that.
No need to. Very healthy, very good for you. Lockdown soup. Mmm, delicious. Definitely recommend it. Try it for yourself.
So, goodbye. You have seen our
Time to eat.
Our kitchen. Yeah, time for dinner. Proper dinner. You have seen our garden as well. Oh, I've promised to show you the cockerel my cousin Conceição gave to me when we visited Barcelos. We were there in March of 2019. Some wildflowers from our garden. A little device Colin put here, and it turns with sun and gives very nice reflections. So Colin, say goodbye.
Goodbye, Sir Colin.
No. not
Goodbye from Sir Colin.
Yes, to all our friends
Indeed.
and family.
Indeed.
And they all love you, I think.
Don't forget lockdown soup.
Yes, I think you are a lot more famous than I am.
Oh no.
But I'm not jealous. Indeed. Try the soup and let me know what you think. Bye! See you soon! And if you liked our video, please subscribe, leave a like, a comment, and so on and so on. Bye!